Welcome to mtwisdom. Have you ever sat down with your morning coffee, hoping to feel refreshed, only to find yourself drained or foggy by noon? That gentle ache behind your eyes, the tired yawn before lunch, the nap you didn't plan. These might not be age, they could be your breakfast. After 60, your morning meal can either lift you or quietly pull you down. Your body's defenses are a bit slower now. Your pills matter more. And the foods that once worked fine, they might now be working against you. But don't worry. Today you'll learn the 4 breakfast foods you should never eat if you want energy that lasts and health that protects you, plus what to enjoy instead. No diets, no stress, just smart, simple swaps. Stay with me until the end, because one of these healthy foods might really surprise you. Why breakfast choices matter after 60. As we age, breakfast does more than fill us up, it sets the tone for our entire day. Our immune system isn't what it once was. That means sneaky food bugs and undercooked foods can hit much harder. And many of us take medications that can clash with what we eat, causing fatigue, dizziness, or worse. But when we start with a balanced breakfast, it's like giving our body a steady battery charge. No more crashes, no more dragging, just clean, clear energy and a happier heart. Let's explore 4 breakfast habits that may be secretly holding you back and what to put on your plate instead. Undercooked eggs, the hidden breakfast anger. Let's talk about a breakfast that feels like home for many of us, a warm plate of eggs, maybe with toast, maybe with a sprinkle of salt. There's something comforting about slicing into a soft, sunny-side-up yolk or spooning up a lightly poached egg. But after 60, the foods that once felt safe might quietly turn into trouble. Most people don't think twice about eggs in the morning, but here's the truth: when they're undercooked, especially with runny yolks or jiggling whites, they can carry dangerous food bugs like salmonella. And while younger folks may bounce back from a bad egg with just a stomach ache, for older adults, the consequences can be far more serious. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, seniors are much more likely to be hospitalized or face complications from foodborne illnesses. Our immune systems aren't as quick to respond after 60, and common digestive defenses like strong stomach acid start to slow down too. You might not feel sick right away, but within a day or two, nausea, cramps, fever, or even dehydration can strike. For seniors managing diabetes, heart disease, or taking certain medications, that domino effect can quickly lead to a hospital visit. And all from something as innocent as your favorite egg recipe. Dr. Susan Mitchell, a registered dietitian who works closely with seniors, puts it plainly: older adults should avoid any egg that isn't fully cooked. It's a small step that prevents a big risk. Her advice echoes what many food safety experts say, because it's not just about germs. Soft eggs can also be harder to digest as we age, leading to discomfort or bloating, especially in the morning when your body needs smooth, clean energy. But here's the good news: you don't have to give up eggs entirely. In fact, they're one of the best sources of protein and vitamins for older adults. The key is in how you cook them. Scrambling them until they're fully set, boiling them until the yolks are firm, or frying them until both the white and yolk are cooked through. These are simple ways to enjoy eggs safely, without losing the comfort or taste. If you're caring for an older loved one or planning your own meals for the week, there's an easy trick to make mornings smoother. Try boiling a batch of eggs all at once, 6 or 8 at a time. Store them in the fridge and they'll keep for up to a week. They're perfect for a quick breakfast or even a protein-packed snack later in the day. And if someone you care for really misses soft eggs, ask your grocery store for pasteurized options. Those are gently heat-treated to kill bacteria but still work for recipes that call for a softer texture. It's also important to remember that food safety doesn't stop at the frying pan. Raw egg can spread to countertops, cutting boards, or utensils. Always wash your hands and clean surfaces thoroughly after handling eggs, especially if anyone in your household is older or has a chronic illness. That extra minute at the sink might be what saves you from a week of discomfort or worse. This might come as a surprise. Eggs have been part of breakfast for as long as we can remember. But just because they're familiar doesn't mean they're automatically safe. What your body tolerated at 40 or 50 might not be worth the risk at 70 or 80. And with one small adjustment, cooking your eggs just a bit longer, you can keep the joy of breakfast while giving your body the safety it deserves. So the next time you reach for the skillet, ask yourself, is this egg fully cooked? Because after 60, small choices add up. And when it comes to protecting your health, even something as simple as an egg can make all the difference. Grapefruit, the medication mixer. It's easy to picture the scene: a clean white plate, a spoon in hand, and a freshly halved grapefruit gleaming under the morning light. For decades, grapefruit has held its place on the breakfast table as a symbol of healthy choices, a sharp, zesty burst of freshness to start the day. But for many older adults, especially those taking medication, that innocent-looking fruit may not be as harmless as it seems. Few people know that grapefruit has a peculiar and powerful effect on the body, one that can quietly interfere with how certain drugs are processed. Inside this tangy fruit are compounds that block an enzyme in the liver and intestines that's responsible for metabolizing many medications. When that enzyme is disrupted, it can cause the medication to either build up dangerously in your system or become too weak to do its job at all. Dr. Michael Stein, a geriatric care specialist, often sees this problem with his older patients. Many seniors don't realize that grapefruit can turn life-saving medication into a health risk, he explains. And the effects aren't always immediate. One day you might feel a little dizzy, or your legs may start to swell. Another day you might feel unusually tired or weak. It's easy to blame age or weather when the real issue might be sitting on your breakfast plate. This isn't just theory, it's something that affects real lives every day. Grapefruit can alter the function of over 85 medications, including many that are essential to senior health. Blood pressure pills, statins for cholesterol, anti-anxiety medications, even certain heart and pain drugs, these can all be thrown out of balance when grapefruit is added to the mix. And it's not just the fruit. Grapefruit juice can be even more concentrated, often magnifying the effects without any warning on the label. What's especially tricky is that grapefruit carries this risk even when consumed in small amounts. You don't need to eat it daily to experience the interaction. Even an occasional serving can tip the balance, especially in a system already adjusting to multiple prescriptions. But the good news is that the fix is simple. You don't have to give up fresh, juicy fruit altogether, just make a smarter swap. Oranges, apples, tangerines, or berries can bring the same brightness to your morning routine without the worry. They offer vitamins, hydration, and flavor without turning your medications into a gamble. For those caring for an aging parent or spouse, this is one of those small things that can make a big difference. Before preparing breakfast or buying groceries, take a moment to check their medication list, or better yet, call the doctor or pharmacist. Ask directly, is grapefruit okay with these prescriptions? It's a 2-minute conversation that could prevent weeks of fatigue or dangerous side effects. In truth, this fruit has been misunderstood. It's not that grapefruit is bad. It's that it doesn't play well with certain medications, and after 60, we can't afford those invisible battles inside our bodies. Many seniors still reach for it out of habit, unaware of what's happening behind the scenes. But now that you know better, you can start each morning with a safer choice. And while grapefruit may pose hidden risks, the next breakfast habit could be quietly draining your energy and weakening your health every single morning. Stay with us, you may be surprised by what's coming next. High-sugar cereals or pastries, the energy crash culprits. There's something undeniably comforting about a sweet start to the day. A glazed donut with your coffee, a frosted pastry warmed in the toaster, or that childhood favorite, a bowl of colorful cereal with just the right amount of crunch. These habits feel harmless, even nostalgic, but after 60, that sprinkle of sugar may be doing more than satisfying your sweet tooth. It could be silently sabotaging your energy, your mood, and even your long-term health. The problem isn't just that these breakfasts are sweet, it's what they do after you eat them. Foods high in sugar, especially those paired with low fiber or protein, cause a rapid rise in your blood sugar. That quick boost might make you feel great for a little while, alert, cheerful, maybe even energized. But within an hour or two, that high crashes. Your blood sugar plummets, your energy dips, and suddenly, you're yawning before lunch, reaching for a second cup of coffee, or feeling irritable for no clear reason. That mid-morning fog, that unexpected nap after breakfast, that sudden need to sit down and rest. It's not just age, it's very likely your breakfast catching up with you. Nutritionist Lily Mendez, who works with older adults managing diabetes and energy levels, puts it this way: seniors need slow, steady energy, not roller coaster meals. Sugar in the morning is like running on fumes. You might get going, but you'll burn out fast. And here's something important to understand: as we get older, our insulin response, the way our body processes sugar, becomes less efficient. That means we're more likely to experience spikes and crashes. Repeated blood sugar highs followed by lows aren't just exhausting, they can gradually wear down your pancreas, increase insulin resistance, and raise your risk for type 2 diabetes, even if you've never been diagnosed before. But perhaps just as concerning is the impact on your brain. Low blood sugar can cause mental fog, memory lapses, difficulty concentrating, and mood swings. For seniors, who may already be navigating age-related changes in cognition, this is one risk that's easily preventable with smarter breakfast choices. Let's talk about what shows up in the kitchen, those bright boxes of frosted cereals. Even the ones marketed as healthy can contain 10, 12, or even 18 grams of added sugar per serving, and let's be honest, most people pour more than a serving. Pair that with a processed pastry, and you've just turned breakfast into dessert. So what can you do instead? It's simpler than you might think. One of the best options is plain oatmeal. It's warm, filling, and naturally supports steady blood sugar levels. Add a handful of blueberries or sliced banana, and you've got natural sweetness without the crash. Sprinkle a few walnuts on top, and suddenly you've added healthy fats and fiber that help you stay full longer. If cereal is your go-to, read the label and aim for one with under 5 grams of added sugar per serving. Look for whole grains at the top of the ingredients list. Some stores like Target or Kroger carry heart-healthy brands made for older adults, ones that nourish without overloading your system with sugar. For caregivers or seniors who want an easier morning, oatmeal cups are a lifesaver. Make them on Sunday: just oats, a little almond milk or water, fruit, maybe a spoonful of peanut butter. Store them in the fridge, and each morning all you need is 30 seconds in the microwave. It's simple, it's satisfying, and best of all, it gives your body the kind of energy it can actually use. Because breakfast shouldn't be a trick, it should be fuel. Something that helps you stay awake, alert, and moving, not something that knocks you off your feet before noon. If you've ever felt drained shortly after eating, take a look at your plate. That flaky pastry or sugary cereal might not be harmless after all. And if you're thinking, well, I've eaten like this for years, just know it's never too late to make a change. Even one sugar swap can make a difference in how you feel every single day. You'd be surprised how many people start their day with sugar and never connect the dots. And speaking of comfort foods, what if the thing you reach for to feel full and happy is slowly wearing down your heart? Let's talk about that next. Stay tuned. Processed meats like bacon or sausage, the heart health hazard. There's something deeply nostalgic about the sizzle of bacon in the morning. That smell drifting from the kitchen, the warmth of a hearty breakfast, maybe even the sense that the day is starting right. For many of us, it's a symbol of comfort, part of weekends, family gatherings, or the quiet ritual of breakfast before the world wakes up. But for older adults, that beloved morning habit might be coming with a hidden price. The truth is, processed meats like bacon and sausage can be a quiet hazard to your heart, and the risk grows as we age. Behind the mouth-watering aroma lies a combination of sodium, nitrates, and saturated fats that may put strain on the very thing keeping you alive, your cardiovascular system. And that strain often doesn't show up in obvious ways, at least not at first. Dr. Karen Fields, a cardiovascular expert who works closely with aging patients, shares a warning she often gives. Processed meats are one of the top breakfast choices I urge my senior patients to limit. They're tasty, yes, but they come with a heavy burden for the heart. Let's unpack what that burden really means. Processed meats are typically cured, smoked, or preserved with nitrites and nitrates, chemical compounds that help maintain flavor and color, but can damage blood vessels and increase inflammation. Combined with high levels of sodium, these ingredients raise blood pressure, promote fluid retention, and make your heart work harder with every beat. As you grow older, your arteries may already be stiffening with age. Add in the salt and fat from daily sausage links or crispy bacon, and the risk of hypertension, stroke, or heart failure climbs even higher, especially if you're already managing conditions like diabetes or high cholesterol. But there's more. These meats are also high in saturated fat, which contributes to plaque buildup in arteries. Over time, this can reduce the flow of oxygen-rich blood to the heart and brain, leaving you feeling fatigued, short of breath, or foggy. It's a gradual drain on your energy, and most people don't connect the dots until a health scare makes the danger undeniable. That doesn't mean you need to give up on flavor or satisfaction. Today, there are better breakfast choices that nourish your body without hurting your heart. Turkey bacon, for instance, contains less saturated fat and sodium than traditional pork bacon. When cooked well, it's still crispy and flavorful, and much gentler on your cardiovascular system. Avocado toast is another heart-healthy favorite. The fats in avocado are monounsaturated, the good kind that supports cholesterol balance and reduces inflammation. Add a slice of whole grain toast underneath, maybe a sprinkle of seasoning, and you've got a breakfast that's not only filling, but actively healing. For those open to plant-based meals, a tofu scramble can be an eye-opener. With the right spices, turmeric, black pepper, maybe a pinch of cumin, it mimics scrambled eggs and pairs well with veggies. It's cholesterol-free, high in protein, and easy to digest, especially for seniors with sensitive stomachs. If you're a caregiver planning meals, here's a helpful tip. Switch out regular sausage for low-sodium turkey sausage in breakfast sandwiches or casseroles. The difference in taste is small, but the benefit to heart health can be significant, especially for someone already on medication for blood pressure or cholesterol. The hardest part is often habit. Bacon and sausage are tied to memories, routines, even comfort. But with one thoughtful change, your breakfast can still bring warmth without leaving damage behind. Because at this age, every bite matters more than ever. And if there's a way to protect your heart and still enjoy your meal, that's not giving something up, that's making a powerful, informed choice. So if bacon is still part of your weekly routine, now is the time to pause and reconsider. Not out of fear, but out of care for the body that's carried you this far. Your heart has worked hard for decades. It deserves a little protection in return. And just when you think you've made all the right swaps, there's one more thing to consider. Not what you eat, but how you prepare it. That's where we're headed next. Even after cutting out the risky foods we've talked about, your breakfast can still be a source of strength, comfort, and focus if you treat it with care. Think of it not as a chore, but as a daily opportunity to support your heart, mind, and mood. It starts with one simple habit: cooking your food thoroughly. What once felt fine like runny eggs or a quick fried sausage can now open the door to food bugs your body can't fight off as easily as before. Just a few extra minutes on the stove can make all the difference. Next, focus on energy that lasts. Skip the sugar highs. Instead, reach for steady options like oats, nut butters, seeds, berries, or even a slice of whole grain toast with avocado. These don't just taste good, they help regulate blood sugar and keep your body running evenly all morning long. And most importantly, never guess when it comes to your medications. Grapefruit, certain teas, even supplements can interfere with how your pills work. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about your meals. It's a small step that can prevent major setbacks. With just a few mindful shifts, you'll find your mornings feel clearer, lighter, and more alive. So here's your breakfast checklist. No runny eggs. No grapefruit if you take certain meds. No sugar bombs. No salty processed meats. Instead, enjoy warm oats, firm eggs, fresh fruit that plays nice with your pills, and heart-healthy proteins. Your mornings can be brighter, your body stronger, your energy steadier. Which food are you ready to replace first? Tell me in the comments. Don't keep this to yourself, send it to someone you care about. Like the video, subscribe to mtwisdom, and ring the bell so you never miss another tip that could make aging easier. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.